Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada विविधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Hare Krishna. So we are seeing today we got two slokas. That is from first chapter, verse 13 and verse 14. So 13 verse I'll just read, and the verse 14 you can repeat after me. Tataha shankascha breyascha panavanaka gomukah sahasaivaabhyahanyanta sashabdastu mulo bhavat. Translation. After that, the conch shells, drums, bugles, trumpets, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. Verse 14. So you all can repeat after me. Tata shveterhayelyukte Mahati Syandane Sthito Madhava Pandavaschaiva Divyau Sanko Pradatmatuhu Tata Shveterhayelyukte Mahati Syandane Sthito Madhava Pandavaschaiva Divyau Shanko Pradatmatuhu Tata Shveterhayelyukte Mahati Syandane Sthito Madhava Pandavaschaiva Divyai Shanko Pradatmatuhu
Tata Shveterhayelyukte Mahati Sandane Sthitau Madhava Pandavaschaiva Divyau Shankau Pradatmatau
Units.
Tata Shveterhayelyukte Mahati Sandane Sthito Madhava Pandavaschaiva Divyau Shankau Pradatmatu.
What would mean? Tataha. Thereafter. Shvetaihi. With white. Hayaihi. Horses. Yukte. Being yoked. Mahati. In a great. Syandane. Chariot. Sthithau. Situated. Madhava. Krishna. The husband of the goddess of fortune. Pandavaha. Arjuna. The son of Pandu. Cha. Also. Eva. Certainly. Divyau. Transcendental. Shankau. Conscious. Pradatmatuhu. Sounded. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells. Purport. In contrast with the conch shell blown by Bhishmadev, the conch shells in the hands of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. The sounding of the transcendental conch shells indicated that there was no hope of victory for the other side because Krishna was on the side of Pandavas. Jayastu Panduputranam Yesham Pakshe Janardanaha. Victory is always with persons like the sons of Pandu because Lord Krishna is associated with them. And whenever and wherever the Lord is present, the goddess of fortune is also there. Because the goddess of fortune never lives alone without her husband. Therefore, victory and fortune were awaiting Arjuna, as indicated by the transcendental sound produced by the conch shell of Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Besides that, the chariot on which both the friends were seated had been donated by Agni, the fire god, to Arjuna, and this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all sides, wherever it was drawn over the three worlds. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णभाधां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं गायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतां परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। Yes, Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for this daily Bhagavad Gita sessions. So it is only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada we could be able to sit here and hear Bhagavad Gita. So without this personality, there is no question of us learning Bhagavad Gita in this age of Kali, especially in this century. So before starting, I would like to glorify this great personality, Srila Prabhupada, which you can see in the altar. So at the age of 70, many of you know, many of you don't know, so I just take out his name and glorify for my purification. So at the age of 69, he boarded the cargo ship from India to cross the 7 oceans to spread this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. It is just the instruction of his spiritual master to spread this consciousness or Krishna consciousness. So from this we can understand the greatness of this personality. In this age of Kali, it's very difficult to follow the instruction, any instruction. In fact, we go against the instruction, especially when we speak out to our parents. We can see that. So this personality just took this instruction, which he had got few decades before. He couldn't at that time much, but he took that instruction to the heart and just kept on meditating on the instruction. How can I execute this? And praying to the Lord intensely. How can I spread this knowledge and give benefit to the whole world of this knowledge? So this presentation or whatever discussion, it just belongs to the glorification of this great personality, Srila Prabhupada. So once again we glorify him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes. So till now is covered till verse number 12. So where it was mentioned. Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blow his conch shell very loudly, making a sound like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy. So last 12 verses if we see, Sanjay started speaking. So the situation in the war field, what's happening in the war field. So Sanjay got this vision by the mercy of Vyasadeva, by which he can show the situation, what's happening, to speak to Dhritarashtra. So if you can remember the first sloka, anyone remember? What is the first sloka? Yes. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samavatatsavaha Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. So this is the first sloka and the famous sloka. So there are two slokas in the Bhagavad Gita, first and last slokas. There's a very famous. So last sloka we'll discuss in going through this. So after that, verse number 13 describes, after that the conch shells, drum bugles, trumpets and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous, very loud. So what is this after that? After which? So we have seen the previous verses, the whole background, the army of Duryodhana was described. It is just like the camera was shifting from this part, this section to this section. The whole army was described. The transaction or the conversation between Duryodhana and Bhishma and with other soldiers were described. Now the scene changed from the army of Kauravas to the army of Pandavas. The focus is given on the chariot where Arjuna and Krishna was there. So the 14th sloka tells, on the other side both Lord Krishna and Arjuna stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses sounded their transcendental conch shells. So this chariot was given. So in the last line of the purport, if you see, it was mentioned to Arjuna, and this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all the sides, wherever it was drawn all over the three worlds. So what is the significance of this chariot? How Arjuna got this chariot? So once what happened? Let's go to Mahabharata. So once Agni, or the fire god, burning the whole forest, so the forest name is called Khandava. So in this forest, all the demons used to live. Demons and the poisonous snakes. And the Agni Dev, or the fire god, burning the whole forest. In that forest, there is one friend of Indra. His name is Takshaka. He is also one of the poisonous snakes. So the Indra couldn't see this. Even my friend is gonna destroy. I cannot see this. So let me stop. So what Indra did? He started showering the rains on that forest. So at this moment, Agni was very much perturbed. How can I complete my mission? So Agni Dev took the shelter of Lord Brahma. So he went to Lord Brahma and asked, this is what happening, this is the situation, what to do. And then as we know everyone, so whenever problem comes to any demigod, they go directly to Brahma. And Brahma directly goes to Lord Vishnu or Krishna to get the solution. So similar thing happened today, this time also. So Brahma suggested Agni Dev, you please approach Arjuna and Krishna. They will help you. So they approached, Agni Dev approached both of them, Krishna and Arjuna. So Arjuna asked, oh Agni Dev, I cannot fight like this, please give me the necessary things also. So necessary things means the weapons. So he gave the necessary weapons to fight, to burn the forest, to fight with Indra basically. So along with that he gave this chariot. Agni Dev gifted the chariot and benedicted that this chariot, wherever you take, this will go victorious all over the three worlds. So this is the history behind this chariot. How Arjuna got this chariot. And in the sloka if we see, there are two words mentioned. Pandava, Pandavaschaiva, Madhava. Madhavaschaiva, Pandava. So Madhava means Lord Krishna himself. But if we see, there are various names to Lord Krishna. Like Govinda, Achyuta, Hrishikesha. So like this, Madhusudana, various names Lord Krishna has. But it's specifically mentioned here, Madhava. So why is it so? What is the importance of this word Madhava? So what is the meaning of Madhava? Anyone?
Husband of goddess fortune.
Yes, we just saw. Madhava means the husband of goddess of fortune. So the importance of this word to understand that in the Brahma Samhita also it's described. Wonderful sloka, you can repeat after me. Chintamani prakarasatma sukalpa vriksha
Chitamani prakrasatma sukalpa vriksha
Lakshavriteshu surabhira vipalayantam
Lakshabhriteshu surabhira vipalayantam
Lakshmi sahasrashata sambrama sevyamanam
Lakshmi sahasra samayam
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami.
So Madhava means the husband of goddess of fortune. That is Lakshmi Devi. So this verse in Brahma Samhita it comes. Lord Brahma is saying hundreds and thousands of Lakshmi, not one Lakshmi, or two Lakshmi, three Lakshmi. Hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis in the Vaikuntha worship the Lord Krishna. And you see, ironically, in this material world, we worship more only Lakshmi Devi, not much the Narayan. Yes or no? So on the day of Diwali, you can understand. So people put 5 rupee coins or 1 rupee coins, worshipping specifically only Goddess Lakshmi, Lord not Narayan. So to understand this, there is one beautiful pastime happened in Mahabharata. Many of you know, so I just repeat what happened. So after the decision to take place the war, Kurukshetra war. So Krishna told, I cannot fight on the either side, either on the Kaurava side and the Pandava side. So but he told, I will not fight, but I can give some help from my side. So Duryodhana came to Lord Krishna, and also Arjuna came to Lord Krishna to seek some help. So what happened? So Krishna was lying down on a cushion. So Arjuna came to that point. At the same time, Duryodhana also came. And Duryodhana was before the head. So, like Krishna, how Narayana sleeps, everyone know, like this. So, Duryodhana was above the head of the Lord Krishna. So, Lord Krishna could see. And Arjuna, very humbly, sat near the feet of Lord Krishna. And when Krishna opened his eyes, whom could he see first? Obviously, Arjuna. So then Krishna gave the benediction to Arjuna. Arjuna, please ask, what do you want? And then again, Duryodhana came. No. Arjuna didn't come first. I am the first one who came. So you have to ask me. Who is Arjuna? Then Krishna said, No. You might have come before I had known. But I have seen Arjuna before. So he must have come. Should have get the benediction first. The wish what he wants. Then again Duryodhana started like a small child. No, I have come first. I have to give. ठीक Arjuna thought, ठीक है चलो छोटा बच्चा दे दे. So he gave the option, ठीक है. Lord Krishna, please fulfill his desire of whatever he wants, Duryodhana. So Krishna gave few conditions. He told, oh Duryodhana and Arjuna, my friend. So I am not gonna take place. I am not gonna be a part of this war because both of you are my relatives. So I cannot take either part of you. So what to do? But there is one more option. I have my whole Narayani Sevna. It's a huge, powerful Sena of the whole world. If anyone wants, you can take that. And anyone wants me, they can take me as your team. But I'm not gonna fight. So these are the two options. One is Narayani Sena, and that's Krishna himself without weapons, whom he is not gonna fight. And Duryodhana mentality we know, however. So he took the Narayana Sena, and Arjuna took Lord Krishna himself. So what happened at the last? After 18 days, we did see who won? Arjuna. The Pandavas won. But Krishna didn't fight. So from this pastime, we can understand we cannot worship Lakshmi Devi or Radharani alone. So we have to worship Krishna and Radharani. That is Lakshmi Narayan together. So wherever Krishna will be there, and along with him, Lakshmi Devi also comes. So in this purport also it was mentioned. So wherever Krishna says, Goddess of Fortune automatically follows. So from this beautiful pastime we can understand this. We have to worship Narayan so that we can get even Lakshmi as well. So we need not worship only Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmi Narayan. This is the very, very most important point to implement in our life. It's a very small point, but it's very difficult if we start implementing. And the next, another point which we have to know. So, Yatra Yogeshwar Krishna. So, still, in the purport, if you can see, so it was told, wherever there is Krishna, there is Arjuna. And when both of them are there, victory is confirmed. So, as I told you, first sloka Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra, and the last sloka I am chanting now. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Pado Daruttaraha, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhrute Dhruva Niti Matir Mama. So this says, wherever there is Krishna, there is victory. So we can see from the scriptures as well. So we have to take Krishna in our life. So people should be eager, how can I get Krishna in my life? By practicing the various devotional practices, like chanting the holy names of the Lord, hearing the lectures of Srila Prabhupada and Bhagavad Gita lectures. And one more point was mentioned in the purport. The conch shell bloom by Arjuna and Krishna was transcendental. But it was not the same case with the conch shell of Bhishma. Why is it so? So because Krishna is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So Sat means eternal. Chit means
Full of knowledge.
full of knowledge. Ananda means
Bliss.
full of bliss. So Satchit Ananda Vigraha is a form of Krishna. So it is completely absolute. And whichever is connected to Krishna is also absolute. So transcendental, what is the meaning of this transcendental? So transcendental means something beyond this matter. And Krishna is transcendental, is not matter. How? So Satchit Ananda Vigraha, whichever we take part of Krishna, it's everything is transcendental. Just like take the example of a sweet, candy, sugar. So how does it taste? It's sweet. Yes or no? If you taste the sugar can be from this side or that side or from the middle, either side you take. So the taste is the same, sweet. So similarly Krishna is also same. So it's inside, there is no question of Krishna's soul, Krishna's body, Krishna's mind. So Krishna is absolute, one and the same. But there is a difference between for us. So I tell this is my body, yes or no? But there is no question of difference between Krishna's body and Krishna himself. So since it is absolute, he is absolute, everything is one and same. And whenever, whichever comes in connection with Krishna, that is also transcendental. So this sloka says, the conch shell blown by Krishna is transcendental. So there is one more nice verse from Nectar of Instruction regarding this. So it says, Syad Krishna Nama Charital Sitapi Avidya Pittopta Rasanasya Nakori Chanu Kintva Dara Danudinam Kalu Siva Justa Swadvi Kramad Bhavati Tat Mola Bhakti. So this translation of this verse says, the holy name, the character and activities, pastimes of Lord Krishna are all transcendental. The holy name. What is the holy name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So whenever we come in connection with Krishna, so the paraphernalia which is belonging to Krishna, that is also transcendental. Like how we see the holy name. And when the Harati was going on, the conch shell was blown. How auspicious it is. That is also transcendental. The Arati, whichever. The hearing, the Bhagavad Gita is transcendental. Since it is spoken by Krishna himself. Now we are hearing Bhagavad Gita. That is also transcendental. So all these aspects of devotional service are completely transcendental. And Krishna is Pavitra. Pavitra means completely pure. And whenever we come in touch with something pure, we also become pure. In 10th chapter, Arjuna quotes one sloka. Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. You are the supreme purified personality. So whenever whoever comes in touch with Krishna, they also becomes purified. So the question comes now. Why should I become purified? Am I completely impure? Do I need aqua guard to get purified? So what is this? Since we all are conditioned spirit souls, fallen from the material world, fallen from the spiritual world into this material world, we are completely bound with the three modes of material nature, mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. And because of this material consciousness, we are always trying to engage ourselves in the activities of sense gratification, which does not give full pleasure, which everyone knows, but we cannot avoid it. So everyone knows this. The sense pleasure won't give the complete satisfaction to the heart. Since we got spirit souls, spirit means what? Sachit Ananda Vigraha, which is permanent. So, Sachit Ananda Vigraha, Ananda is described full of bliss. And in this material, it's not possible to get full of bliss and full of satisfaction. So, when the spirit soul comes in contact with that supreme soul, and then that is possible, Sachit Ananda Vigraha, getting back to our previous position, full of bliss. But there are always these four problems, miseries in this life. Anyone can tell what are the four problems of life?
Birth, old age, disease, and death.
Yes. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth, death, old age, and disease. So these are the four things which no one wants in this world. But everyone had to face one day. Isn't it so? Anyone wants to die here? Anyone? No one. But still we have to face one day. So no. Anyone wants to get old age? No. But still one day we get. So regarding this old age, we can see some ads. So the last Saturday also we have discussed. Karthika Prabhu was nicely explaining about the character of the father of Lord Ram. Who is he? Dashrath Maharaj. So when Dashrath Maharaj saw in the mirror his hair, everything, he saw few hair turning white, and he immediately decided, let me let me give my son Lord Ram, make him the king. I'll relinquish the kingdom. So he thought this. So nowadays what happens? Whenever we see white hair, immediately cover it. Patch up solution. So taking the tangent. So this we can understand. So old age. So every one of us has to go one day, but no one wants it. So these are the major four important problems of life. So not getting job, married life is not proper. So these are not the problems of life. Whether you have married life proper, whether you get job or not, one day we're gonna die one day. Yes or no? So in 13th chapter Krishna says these are the four aspects of knowledge. Whoever understands these four aspects, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, so they are the persons who have the real knowledge. So knowledge has various aspects, so gradually increases. So in the starting point, the knowledge aspect means body and soul, understanding that we are different from this body, we are spirit souls. And next comes various. And next, 13th chapter describes Dharma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Dosha, Darshanam. So who understand these four aspects of life, they are also in knowledge. So how to come out of these four aspects of life, four problems of life? Since we are conditioned and completely impure with the material association. So then this helps the holy name, character, pastime and activities of Krishna. So we discussed that Parabrahma, Parandhama, Pavitram, Paramabhavan. Arjuna was telling that Krishna is supremely pure. And whenever one comes in touch with Krishna, we also become purified from these three modes of material nature. And it's not that personally coming in touch with Krishna. And there are various aspects which we just discussed. Holy name, read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Arati, attending Arati, singing Kirtan, all these aspects are not different from Krishna. And whenever we come in touch with these aspects, automatically we'll get purified. So definitely everyone would have experienced this for sure. Some or the other transformation happened in our life after attending these sessions. So that's why you're attending sessions now, right? So you have seen some transformation in your life. So one of our student who was attending Saturday sessions, so he was describing his transformation in his life. So he's completely addicted to various things, various addictions. So after coming for few sessions and chanting Hare Krishna mantra every day and hearing the lectures, attending Aarti, having prasadam, so this person completely given up all the bad habits, everything, drinking, smoking, everything he gave up. And he was sharing these aspects with his mother, and his mother couldn't believe it. Really? Is it so? Then she tried calling to our superior also to check, is this person really changed? So this is the transformation which we can get by just practicing devotional aspects. So everyone can see these things. Even I would have started experiencing this from past 4 years. I'm practicing bhakti and seeing a lot of changes in my life. And that's why I'm able to sit here and discuss with you this Bhagavad Gita. So this implies or tells how eager we should be to get Krishna in our life. So the more we progress, the more we chant, the more we hear, the more we get purified. and the more faster we can go back to the spiritual world where we have already come from. Okay? So with this I would like to end our discussion. So it's a short class, very important. So any doubts? If anyone have any doubts, you can ask. Yes.
This class is conducted daily?
Yes, every close. So on Sundays you have special classes, Gita course which is happening. Anyone? Any doubts? Okay. So we'll end the session. Hare Krishna.